feel like you and Jonathan, in terms of the relationship communication, it seems like he's he's producing well this season. How do you feel like that relationship's evolved in the communication over the past little bit?
I think it's been good for the last couple of years too. I mean, he's playing well right now, so he's feeling good about his game. I don't think it's really changed, to be quite honest with you.
Okay. And in terms of his development as a two-way player, how important is it for him, defensively being on the PK? How has that kind of changed the complexion of this group?
Well, having him on the penalty kill allows him not to have to sit for longer stretches. And I think when you're an offensive player, that's the worst thing that can happen is if you get a period of 3 to 4 penalties where someone like Jonathan would be sitting for that length of time, so they get taken right out of the rhythm of the game. Now, with him killing penalties, he's learning the structure side of it a little bit, but he's instinctual. So oftentimes you'll look and you'll be like, oh boy, he's out of position, but then he understands what a power play is trying to do, so he's able to get a stick on it or knock a pass down. And he's been really good with it. So I think he's grabbed hold of that, and I do think that's one of the reasons why he's gotten off to a pretty good start this year. Tough crowd today.
I mean, Bedard, what have you seen out of him, and how do you plan on trying to slow him down?
Yeah, I think it's the same that we do with the talented players from other teams. Is you don't want to give him a lot of time on the ice. So the more room he has, he'll make plays. He's a really talented player. So it's for us, we treat them. We'll treat him no different than we would treat the guys up north or guys in Vancouver. There's a lot of good players, and I think if a good player like Bedard is given room on the ice, he'll create and he'll make you pay a price. So we want to make sure we're really good with our checking game.
The fourth line, obviously you've had a few different bodies in there. Some, just obviously with Kevin, but see Matt make his season debut and still be as effective as they were. What did you see, and maybe just the characteristic of that line?
I really like that line in Edmonton, and the one guy I would single out is Lomberg. There's one common thread on that line so far, and it's been him, and the energy and the positivity that he's brought to our team as a whole, but that line in particular has been really good. So they understand how they have to play the game. Even for Matt, we talk about him a lot of times as being an offensive player, but he worked like a checker last game, and he still had a breakaway chance. He's still around it a lot. So we were quite excited with the way that line played.
Is that a good building block for a guy like him when you check off that side of it first and then still see the offense?
Yeah, I hope so, for sure. But I also like that there's still some competition there because Adam played well too his first 2 games. So, we take people out of the lineup. Really the thought process in Edmonton was about back-to-back, and we wanted fresh people in there. But he had a really good game, so he's going to stay in there.